Hey guys, it's Gawain, and today we are going to be taking a look at one of the best operators on defense, Jäger. Jäger is a 2-speed 2-armor defense operator that specializes in grenade denial and projectile denial. Jäger has good guns, a good secondary gadget, and great projectile denial potential. Jäger can be the best character in the game if played correctly, so let's learn how to play him. Jäger is equipped with his Yeeto-Deletos, of which he gets 3. These are 3 projectile deleting gadgets that have suction cups on the bottom of them, meaning you can place them on any flat surfaces such as walls, floors, or flipped over tables. When placed, the gadget has a 5.5 meter effective range and a blue glowing light where the gadget intercepts projectiles from. If any projectile that is listed on screen now enters this effective range, it will get zapped by the active defense system and it will disappear. After intercepting one projectile, the Yeeto-Deleto system will shut off for 10 seconds before coming back online to intercept another projectile. Each ADS can recharge infinite times per round, meaning unless they get destroyed, your gadgets will impact the entirety of the round, so placing them in good locations is key. Try your best to place your trophy systems in high traffic areas, but hide them around map geometry to ensure they don't get shot. More on that later. Generally, placing your Yeeto-Deletos near main breaches, entrances to site, and rooms used as extensions to site are good locations. I personally put one covering main breach, but not so close to it that my gadget gets destroyed when it opens, and the other 2 covering doorways into site. If you have a deployable shield player, place an ADS in front of their shield, so anyone that tries to destroy that shield with an explosive projectile will have to use at least 2. This is most common on Oregon Elbow. Place up to 2 ADSs on the wall to the left of the shield so they cannot be shot, and your shield player will be protected from explosives. That's pretty much all there is to this gadget. It has one purpose: to destroy projectiles, so learn where your gadgets aren't going to be destroyed easily to get the most out of them. Place them on either side of a doorway, in corners, or in other sneaky locations you may find. Jäger's primary weapon options are the 4.16 carbine assault rifle and the M870 shotgun. He only has one secondary weapon, the P12 handgun. I use the 4.16 as my primary weapon because it has a decent fire rate and can pack a punch too. It gives you a decent bit of range because the damage fall off isn't as drastic as an SMG due to it being an assault rifle. The only problem with it is the weird recoil it has. There's a bit of vertical kick, but there's also a decent bit of horizontal kick too. Using a compensator on this weapon would be smart, and it's up to you to what foregrip you use. I personally use the angled. As for the M870, this shotgun slaps. It's a super fun weapon to use, and it can one-pump people quite easily, and it's got quite a fast pump cycle too, so if you don't one-shot someone, it's not the end of the world. It's up to you which primary weapon you choose. Just bear in mind that Jäger is a roamer, and that means he has to peek quite a few long sightlines. As for the P12, it's a pistol, nothing special really, but it does do good in situations where your aim is dog water like the one you're seeing right now. And no, I should not have won that in the slightest. In terms of secondary gadgets, Jäger gets access to 2 barbed wire or 1 bulletproof camera. I personally run the bulletproof camera as it's just another thing the enemy team will need to clear before having a safe spot to plant in. It's also useful for disabling drones and gadgets that can get shot out afterwards. Use this to see through smokes and deplete the enemy's intel gathering gadgets. As for barbed wire, it can prevent enemies from sneaking into sight as it creates a sound cue when broken and walked through. It also makes a sound cue when drones come through it. Both of these gadgets can be used for drone denial and information gathering, but I think the bulletproof camera does it better, even if it can get shot out from the side. If you choose the BP, put it on walls where enemies will struggle to melee it and shoot it out from the side. If you choose barbed wire, put it on choke points and staircases to force enemies into creating sound cues. To start off the prep phase, place down your 3 ADSs in places you think attackers are likely to be throwing projectiles through. Remember, this is main windows, breaches, and entrances to site. Feel free to invest 1 or 2 of your Yeeto-Deletos in protecting a deployable shield if one of your teammates are playing off of. After that, deploy your bulletproof camera or barbed wire before getting off of site. You should only reinforce if your team just doesn't bother, because you need time to put your 4 or 5 gadgets down and to get off site for the action phase. At the start of the action phase, try to hide in a sneaky spot where no drones are to pick up a cheeky kill from attackers that are unsuspecting and don't drone. If they do drone you out, shoot it and reposition to still catch them off guard. If it gets too hot, then run, because wasting the attacker's time is much more valuable than trading your life. Try your best to constantly flank and act off of information that your team may give you, harassing the enemy and taking gunfights. If you lose a gunfight for one reason or another, like the 416's recoil being weird, then that's okay. And no, this isn't cope, you've still done your job. Remember those trophy systems you placed in the prep phase? They've been zapping projectiles all around, and won't just stop because you're dead. Jäger is one of the few roamers that has a set it and forget it gadget that also has infinite value. It doesn't really matter if your aim is bad or you aren't a fragger like me, you can still get a lot of value by placing your ADSs in good spots where they can't get shot out. Obviously, being able to aim your gun will help massively, but it's not the end of the world if you can't. All this being said, if you are an aim god and win all of your ones, then don't forget to check your bulletproof camera if you have one to ping the enemy planting in smoke so you or your teammate can spray through it and kill them. Jäger is a fragger, but you don't have to get kills to get value like Vigil or Cav. Jäger has quite a few counters: Thatcher, IQ, Twitch, Zero, bullets, explosives, and EMP grenades. You're probably wondering how Jäger is viable if he has so many counters. It's because he also counters half of these too, so long as they get intercepted first, then there's no problem. Thatcher's EMP and EMP grenades will disable your Yito Delitos if not intercepted first, and the only way to prevent this is to hope that they do get intercepted first or kill the player carrying the EMP first. IQ can scan your ADSs through walls and floors with her scanner and shoot them through soft surfaces, so the only thing you can do is do your job and kill the IQ first. Twitch and Zero both have lasers on their different intel devices that can destroy your ADSs. For Twitch, you can disable her drone and then shoot it out with your bulletproof camera. As for Zero, you can do a similar thing, but his camera will actually get zapped in projectile form, so hopefully he won't be able to deploy a camera from where he is pushing from due to the presence of your ADSs. Most explosives will also get deleted by your gadget when in line of sight, so the only explosive you need to worry about is Flores' drones. To prevent him from blowing your stuff up, use your bulletproof camera's EMP blast like you would a Twitch drone and shoot it out before detonation. Finally, your Yito Delitos can be shot out, so just place them in positions where they can't be shot out as easily without the defenders having to swing and expose themselves. Place at least one ADS covering the main breach, as the enemy will definitely want to throw projectiles through there. Use the 416 for an assault rifle that can do a lot of damage in a defender's hands. Just learn the recoil to it because you'll end up being as bad as me with it if you don't. Give a deployable shield player 2 Yito Delitos in front of their shield to waste the attacker's resources, and hopefully wasting a lot of their time too. Use the M870 if you can't control the 416. It does a lot of damage and allows you to make rotate holes and lines of sight on site. Learn optimal spots on each site for your gadgets, because when in the right spots, you can get immense value out of them. Overall, Jäger is a middle-of-the-road operator to play. Learning spots to maximize the active defense system's value, whilst also having it be unable to be shot, can be difficult, and the recoil on the 416 really isn't that easy to get a grip of in my experience. Learn the best spots for your Yito Delitos and bulletproof camera on each site. Learn the recoil to the 416 and you are sure to become a pretty decent Jäger player. Thank you all for watching, I do hope you enjoyed. As always, most of the clips you've seen are from my Twitch stream, link will be on screen and in the description. As a little channel update, I'm starting uni very soon, so expect the shorts to kind of slow down a bit, but these videos will still carry on as normal. Hopefully. Consider subscribing and sharing this video with your friends if you found it useful in any way, shape or form. Ash is the next character for the Siege series, so I will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Wait, why is Grim so messed up?
Oh dear. Such a good game. Such a good game.
This game is fantastic. Oh, this is so cursed.